It is the 13th of June, and that's what it looks like. Fresh snow this morning. We're heading out of town, hoping to get away from it. Just crossing over the Colorado-Utah border on Highway 40 right now. This trip we're making this week would be labeled a Swiss Army knife or maybe an all-in-one, since it allows us to cover all the still waters and tailwaters that we really enjoy in northwestern Utah, and the weather accommodates. So here we are at Pelican Lake, playing a little sunfish, the bluegill. Actually a nice size one, fat little thing that he is. We'll get him off in a minute. There's another little largemouth. Didn't want to hook him here because I've got to drag him over some weeds, but he's a nice fish anyway. We love Pelican Lake in the summer months. When the water's a little bit higher and the fish are in the reeds, it takes us back to our days of being kids when we used to catch all kinds of warm water fish on worms. Now we use a simple gold or a green damselfly and release them all. 3X tippet's fine because occasionally you'll get hung up on these reeds, but it's just fun fishing. There's another little bass. Yeah, these sure are pretty little guys. We used to eat these when we were kids, but I haven't done that lately. At Pelican, just off the road, water levels are very low this year. I'd say they're maybe a good 2 feet down from what we're used to. So fishing wasn't quite as good, but managed to land a few bass. And well, Starvation Reservoir is ugly. We got here and we're happy enough to get the dogs fed and myself fed. Now we're sitting inside our delightful little camper. Both the dogs are bedded down for a bit, and we're hoping this thunderstorm will pass over shortly, so maybe I can go out and make a cast or two at night. The rains were unforgiving for the last 2.5 hours. We huddled down and bundled up in the back of the element and tried to survive it, which we did. Now the lake's completely roiled. There's no visibility at all, so fishing's kind of out of the question. I've tried a few casts and have had no luck. The problem with this weather system is that it's probably going to devastate the tailwater of the green as well, so I suspect even the upper part of the A section will be blown out as you get down toward the hole. But we'll find out. It's 8:30 in the morning. We've driven to the base of the Starvation Reservoir Dam. Unfortunately, we now can drive there. It used to be a half-mile hike to get here, so someone in their infinite wisdom has decided to make it easier for fishermen to get here, so I suspect we're getting a lot more pressure on this stream. We'll find out what happens today. It's a tough little area to fish. The browns are very picky and the stream's very clear and quite small. So much for the tailwater. I was just getting rigged up. We ran into a goat herd being shepherded by some very ferocious guard dogs. We retreated as gracefully as possible. But I'm afraid this spot's shot. Here's where we're fishing, and here's another bass. It's not the most fun you can have. Hallelujah. We took a flyer and drove the little hole. Oops, there he goes. We've took a little break and then walked downstream, and boy, I've got a nice brown on. He took a, oops, there he's off. Took an olive-winged cicada, so maybe that's going to work tomorrow. This is kind of a warm-up water. That was fun. It's dinner time at Little Hole. The dogs have been fed. She's looking around for some more. I'm making an odd stir fry of broccoli, zucchini, and Polish sausage. We hope it tastes. Sky's had his dinner. We're looking forward to a little fishing by the dam after supper. And after that, we'll crash up by Dutch John and get up in the morning and fish. It's just about 6 o'clock. We've had dinner. The dogs are happy. You can see Flaming Gorge ahead of me. I'm headed down to the dam. I hope the sun is off the water. It kind of looks like it will be when we get down there. It's usually better fishing then. Whoa, I'm up by the dam. Been throwing a woolly bugger just after I entered the water, and boy, there's something good and strong on there. I'm guessing it's a rainbow. It doesn't look that big, but boy, it's a little after 7 in the morning. We're heading up from Little Hole. Should be a nice day today for a change compared to the last 2 or 3. Hopefully we'll have some success today. Well, finally hooked a fish. Actually, I've played a couple other ones and probably missed a good dozen more this morning. I don't know what's wrong with me. They seem to like the cicada. Nothing else has made much of a sense to them. So, with luck, maybe I'm going to get my casting reaction in order and land a few more fish today. Come on, big boy. This is a decent one. It's a good 16. Let's see if we can get him in and get him off the hook. Even though there were no visible hatches today except for a couple of caddis, everything I caught was on a cicada. We tie those cicadas with a variety of different leg colors. The best one seemed to be a orange and black variegated leg, followed by a light green and white one. We're hoofing it back to Little Hole. What a decent morning. Probably hooked, struck or played 25 to 30 fish. All of them are browns today, which was surprising. We'll stop a couple more places along the way. Interesting thing about today is, and maybe it's the economy, it looks like there are far more half-day trips on the river than we've ever seen before, so that's the way life is. Flaming Gorge. There's camp, there are the dogs, there's me, there's our neighbor up the way, and that's the only one we can see. Beyond that, we're all here by ourselves. That's wonderful. I'll be damned, I did hook something. I thought the water was going to be way too cold for bass to show up, and I'm not sure it's going to be very good, but there's a darn nice one down there. Oh, come up, baby, come up and see me. Say hi. Yeah, really nice smallmouth. That's a beauty. It's a beauty. We won't give up yet. Lo and behold, another one. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I can't imagine we'll keep it up, but so far it's been fun. They're taking a kind of a grizzly hackled black woolly bugger. Nice little fish this one. The dogs and I have slogged along this really mucky, ugly shore of the C-section for about a quarter mile. I've made a few casts, had no success at all. Don't know what's going to happen here. We had a wonderful day here, it must have been 2 or 3 years ago, and never replicated it since, so maybe this is the end of my C-section experience. The C-section was a complete dud. Dogs and I are headed back to the car, then we'll make our way slowly back to Vail. It was a semi-successful trip, but just nice to be out of doors anyway.